Welcome back to the Blade Master, and yes, this is What If Luffy Went Back in Time, Part 2. So in the last part, a devil fruit was given to Zoro, not Chopper, Usopp, Luffy, and Kobe, and they all went back in time to when they were born, and that's where we basically let off. We met all the new changes in what happened to them from the future, their timeline, but here's the new intro. Let's start our journey with a 7-year-old Usopp. Over the past 7 years, he has trained with his father in sniping. He has been friends with Kaya and told her many adventures that he hasn't been on yet. Usopp and Yasopp have been training using sniping, and Usopp given a flintlock pistol, basically, from his mum and father on his birthday. Usopp carries it around and cherishes it, but he wants to take up another weapon. He's thinking of maybe being an archer. Hey, Dad, do you think Mum will watch over us? Asked Usopp. Yes, she will look after us and make sure you are having a good life, or something like that, said Yasopp. So, is there a girl you like? Asked Yasopp. Usopp started to blush. Maybe not, said Usopp. Yasopp just chuckled. It's Kaya, isn't it? Said Yasopp. Usopp just ran away saying, No, it can't be. Kaya is my friend and only my friend, said Usopp. After walking around trying to find Usopp, he was on the beach, throwing rocks at the water at a pirate ship that had come by. The ship had landed on the beach. Shanks, or a man with a red hair and wearing a straw hat, jumped onto the island. Is this Syrup Village? And would you happen to know where Yasopp is? Asked Shanks. Yasopp just looked at him. I am Yasopp. Are you here to cause trouble? Asked Yasopp. No, said Shanks. I would like to have an offer for you, said Shanks. I'm listening, said Yasopp. Join my crew and, become a pirate, said Shanks. Yasopp nodded. But Shanks, I will only go if my son comes. It was the dying wish of his mum that if I was to leave, he was to come with me, said Yasopp. Shanks just nodded. He can come. He's going to be my apprentice there. So, that is how Usopp joined Shanks' crew. So, young boy, what do you want to do when you grow up? Asked Shanks. Usopp just stood up. I'm going to become a brave pirate of the sea. I'm going to have a good crew that, I don't know if I'll lead it or not, but I'm going to be a good sniper, said Usopp. They all just nodded their head. Kids got big dreams in this world of non-dreamers lately, said Shanks. And Usopp and Yasopp told about Haki, and they start training it during their travels. Now we go over to Luffy. Luffy is 7 years old as well. Over the past 7 years, he has been training his body mentally and physically. He just recently started using observation Haki again. He is looking around for his sister, Deanna, the oldest one that came after him. She wants to be a marine and has been doing the same training as Luffy, so she has long black hair with a scar that she got from training with Luffy. She was attacking him with a stick on her cheek, and she has purple eyes. Instead of finding Monkey D. Deanna, he ran into Monkey D. Hannah, the third oldest sister, who wants to be a bounty hunter or a marine, but she doesn't know yet, and she has she does some of the training with Luffy and Diana, but not much. She has short purplish black hair. Her eyes are black, but is a bookworm and wants to use a sword and an axe in a dual-wielding type position. And the youngest, who happened to jump out to try and scare Luffy, is Monkey D. Line. He wants to join the Revolutionary Army. He has the same style of hair of Luffy, but it is purple. He does not train with Luffy or Diana, but he trains with Sabo and Ace. If Ace and Sabo are not training with Luffy. Luffy walks up to Lion. Wait, so you want to be a part of the Revolutionary Army? Asked Luffy. Yes, said Lion. Who told you about it? Asked Luffy. Sabo told me, and he wants to be a part of it, said Garp. Not Garp, said Lion. Dragon and Garp appear out of nowhere, next to the kids, which is Hannah, Luffy, Diana, Lion, Ace, and Sabo. And they meet. Dragon comes over every now and again to see his kids and see how they are. When the kids were about 3, they were taken up to Dayton because of their dreams. The 4 kids made friends with Ace real quick, and Luffy and Ace ran through Gold Kingdom and caused up quite a stir, and Sabo followed them. And they all became quick friends, and Ace, Luffy, and Sabo drank sake together. Did that cup sake, brother ritual, and well, Luffy really likes sake. With Zoro, he is now 9 years old. He and Mihawk have perfected 3 sword style. Well, Zoro has. Mihawk's just trained him. Zoro carries around the Wado Ichimonji, which he won against the dojo master, and he carries it around with pride. He has the Sandai Kaitetsu in Shisui, which Zoro and Mihawk got when they tracked Zoro's father down, which was at Thriller-back. Well, where, Morio is. And they killed him. And his brother, then they came across Shisui laying on the floor, and with Morio picking up a body, so Zoro took Shisui. Zoro and Mihawk arrived at the Moby Dick. Zoro, do you know why I brought you here? Asked Mihawk. No, uncle, said Zoro. Well, for many reasons. 1, because I am a warlord and you want to be a pirate. And 2, because you can't handle my training. Well, you can, but I don't want you beating me just yet, said Mihawk. Zoro just noted. Mihawk walked onto the Moby Dick, and him and Zoro were surrounded by all of the commander divisions for Whitebeard. Mihawk just looked at him and walked straight past them to Whitebeard. What do you want, Whitebeard? What do you want, Mihawk? Asked Whitebeard. I want you to take my nephew here as an apprentice in swordsmanship. Said Mihawk. Whitebeard just chuckled. Okay. And all the commander divisions, along with Teach and some others, met Zoro. And Zoro was called the apprentice to the Moby Dick, is what everyone there called him. When Mihawk left, he gave Zoro a fruit. It was a devil fruit, Zoro knew that, but he didn't really know what it was. It was in a box that Mihawk had given him. When Teach saw that Mihawk had told Whitebeard during the time he was here with Zoro, because it's been 2 days, he told Whitebeard he was giving Zoro a fruit, the one that Mihawk's Zoro's father had. They saw that night everyone went to sleep. Zoro was on guard because he knew that Teach was after certain devil fruits and hoping it was his. He remembered his past life and what he was told by Luffy about Teach. That Teach is treacherous. Teach barged in through Zoro's door, hoping he was asleep with a couple knives in hand, ready to pierce Zoro's throat. But he was met with a Wado Ichimonji straight on his throat. Now, what do we have here? Trying to kill the apprentice already? Trying to see if I'm strong enough already? Or you here for my devil fruit? Marshal D. Teach asked Zoro. Teach just smiled at himself. I want your devil fruit. It's a Suki no Mi, the space-based fruit. Is what I think it is, said Teach. Zoro just chuckled. Well, I'm a demon and I'm here to kill you, said Zoro. But he didn't move out because he didn't know if he was the one that was going to kill Teach, or did Luffy want to kill Teach? That night, they talked for hours upon end so Zoro could figure out what he was going to do, if he was going to kill Teach or his captain Luffy was. But Teach tried to attack Zoro again after being held. He wanted that devil fruit badly. But Marco came flying through and, well, almost pierced, almost had the Wado Ichimonji pierce through Teach's throat, but it cut him slightly and gave him a scar from his throat, like a curve up to his ear, almost chopping it off. Now we're with Kobe. He is 5, and his father, which is Captain Smoker, his mother is unknown, was taking him to the legendary Garp, who Kobe will not stop talking about after he read about him, about his adventures and strength with Sangoku, the leader of the Marines. Now, but Kobe, to have a quick description of him, he looks exactly like he did, almost, when he was with Alvida of Pirates. Because he does not train, all he does is read about marine tactics, like the 6 powers and shit. And he also is reading about, Haki and stuff that even Smoker hasn't read up upon. But Smoker decided with all this reading, his son might be a good marine unless he's trained by someone higher up. So Smoker is sending Kobe to train with Garp. With Luffy, he said goodbye to his father, who he won't see for a while, who took Sabo and Monkey D. Lion to join the Revolutionary Army. A marine ship appeared off the off onto the coast. Monkey D. Luffy ran down because he just heard someone say big ship. He thought it might have been Shanks. He was hoping it was Shanks. So he ran down to the ocean and he saw it was a marine ship. And the 2 people that surprised him that got off was Smoker and Kobe. Is Kobe Smoker's son? Thought Luffy. Garp saw the Smoker and said, Captain Smoker, what are you doing here? Asked Garp. Smoker just looked at him. Can we talk in private for a bit? Said Smoker. Smoker and Garp walked off. So then the Garp was Kobe introduced himself to Deanne, Hannah, Ace, and Luffy, and they all introduced themselves to him. Kobe was astonished at how strong Luffy looks as a 7-year-old. Was he really like this, or is this just a time travel Luffy training? Garp and Smoker returned over to the group and sat them down. He looked at Kobe and said, Smoker looked at Kobe and said, Kobe, son, I am a captain. I can't spend my time training you, but Vice Admiral Garp here has taken it upon himself to train you because he sees a great light in me and he wants to harness the potential I could have had, said Smoker. So Garp just nodded and he looked at Kobe. I hope you're prepared to be run into the hills, kid, said Garp. Smoker got up, hugged Kobe, whispered something into his ear, and then returned to his ship. I'll be seeing you when you're big and stronger than me, chuckled smoker to Kobe. The smoker had finally left out of view. Garp had trained the kids for a whole week. What they trained all 4 kids, well 5, because Deanna, Hannah, the 5 kids, he trained them in physical strength, so lifting weights, about, 50 IBLs for the kids, except Luffy, who was doing more than all of them, so he was on 200. No, 100. So after a week had finally came up, Kobe and Garp had left. Garp turned to the 3. Diana, I'll be back in about 3 weeks to 4 months, to a month to pick you up so you can become a Marine. So they would return in 3 weeks. After about 5 days after Garp had left, Luffy was on the coast training. He can't train around anyone else now, so he was training by himself against trees and stuff with sticks, using his fists, trying to awaken his armament haki. But when he turned, he saw that the Red Hair Shanks' ship, had approached the land. Luffy was excited. Shanks is back. Yes, Shanks had finally returned. He'd see him again after these long 12-ish years. Well, really, it's more, about that. If it was 5 years after the war. Yeah, it was 5 years after the war. Or 3, before Shanks came back. So, Luffy, Hannah, and Deanna. Well, Luffy was on the coast, and in Makino's bar was Hannah and Deanna. They were eating some food when they turned around to see Luffy walking with Shanks. Luffy walked in and followed in was Shanks. To his right was Ben Beckman, who to Ben Beckman's right was Yasopp, and to Shanks's left was Lucky Roo, and to Lucky Roo's left was Usopp, following behind with a smile on his face, a smirk. So, Luffy sat them down at a table, and as he saw that, he saw Lucky Roo put a chest down while everyone drank and ate. Luffy was sitting with Usopp, Lucky Roo, Shanks, Ben Beckman, and Yasopp. Shanks and the group were talking about their different adventures, while Luffy would just put in how he trained. And then, after all their stories, it had been about 2 days while they were there, Luffy shut up. I will become the king of the pirates. And that Shanks, and then he turned to Shanks. Shanks, you have to take me on your travels. It's the only way I can be strong enough to become king of the pirates and have a strong crew, and cried Luffy. Everyone looked astonished at him. So, for the next 5 days, Luffy tried to convince Shanks to take him, but it was always no, too weak, too little, you're not the best swimmer, you just slow me down, you could get hurt, you could get killed, you don't even have a weapon. And then he said something that Luffy almost didn't hear. You don't even have a thing that would make you survive at your age, haki, said Shanks. So on the last day, Luffy was trying to unlock ornament to show Shanks that he could go with him. But Deanna was sitting at the bar and was hungry. She noticed that Lucky Roo had put the chest down next to her, and she was waiting for Makino to give her some food, which she hadn't yet. So she opened the chest to see if it was gold to pay her to make her go faster, but instead there was 2 fruits inside. She saw they were both weird. One was purplish and the other one she didn't really want to pay attention to, so she ate the one she didn't pay attention to because her hand was on it already, so she couldn't see the colour. So when she ate it, it tasted yuck. She wanted to vomit. She tried to spit it out, but she had already swallowed the entire thing full because just like Luffy in canon, I don't know if he did, I can't remember, but she just put the whole thing in her mouth hoping it would cover up her taste of hunger. But she couldn't spit it out. She had swallowed the thing whole. Then the mountain bandits came in. And the dude there, she wasn't paying attention to his name, but he was going on about an 8 million berry bounty on his head, and that he is high and these pirates look weak, and that he needs 10 barrels of steak. Makino just stood up. I'm sorry, we just ran out. But we have none, she said. He turned to her. What are all these drinking? They're drinking the last bit of it, she said. He just scoffed. I'm a mountain bandit. I have a bounty of 8 million berries. If I wanted to, I could destroy this whole town with me and my get-go crew, is all she said. You see what he said? Makino I can get you some more if you come back tomorrow, maybe. He's like, no deal. Shanks gave him a bottle of whiskey and a bottle of steak. Here, have this. It's what's left, said Shanks. I don't want your shitty leftovers, said the bandit. He grabbed it and smashed it over Shanks's head, and then chucked it at the floor as Shanks was cleaning up. If that's what you want to do, clean up this, you little bitch. It's all that the bandit said. Luffy walked in to see Shanks on the floor, covered in steak and whiskey and some other alcohol that was found. And he saw that the bandit chucked a bottle of steak and shit at his sister, which almost hit her. But Luffy had threw a little rock at it, making it fall out of the air. He looked at the bandit with a dead stare, and he unconsciously let out his conqueror's haki, and making everyone in the bar but Shanks and Ben and Yasopp and Lucky Roo, along with Usopp, everyone else in there was on their knees. No, everyone else was knocked out, but they were either slightly standing up on their knees or still standing out. Shanks looked to Ben. He has Conqueror's haki. Ben just chuckled. And this strong for a young kid? Maybe we should take him, said Ben. Luffy, he had seen all the bandits were on the floor. He turned to Shanks and said, I know that you did a manly thing and didn't have to fight them, but they went to hurt my sister, and I consider you a friend. I don't like my friends their name being tarnished over weaklings, is all that Luffy said. He walked over to the chest next to Diana. He opened it up, and he didn't find the Gumma Gumma no Mi. Instead, he found the Yummy Yummy no Mi, from what the devil fruit in Encyclopedia stated it to be, the dark fruit, the one that made Teach go crazy, killed Thatch, and hand his brother Ace in. He was tempted to eat it. He turned to his sister. Was there a different fruit in here? Asked Luffy. Yes, said Diana. Did you eat it? Asked Luffy. Yes, said Diana. No, I was about to say Naruto, but Luffy looked at Shanks and stated, can I have the Yummy Yummy no Mi? And also, my sister over here ate the Gum Gumma no Mi, said Luffy. Shanks nodded. You can have it, and if you do, I'll take you with me, said Shanks. Luffy ate the Yummy Yummy no Mi, and, well, he watched as he ate it slowly. He did, just like the Gumma Gumma no Mi, he doesn't care about the taste. He was kind of hungry, so it was a good thing he ate it. And he just watched as Shanks started talking to Diana about how stupid she was. So, we are over with Zoro. He is on the red line near the start of the Grand Line, so he's in paradise. Right near Laboon is, all of Whitebeard. It's just Whitebeard and Marco. They're training Zoro to use the Suki no Mi, Sukai? Or the Space Fruit. They are training so Zoro can have adept good control, because after Teach had killed him, he started to eat it. He ate it to get stronger. Yeah. We are with Kobe, who is training with Garp. They arrive back at Dawn Island to see Redhead Shanks, Luffy, Diana, and Hannah standing at the port. Luffy walked up to his grandpa. Garp, I am going to go with red hair here, Tomato if you want to call him that, to become a great pirate. You won't train me fully to my greatest potential because I want to be a pirate. But it's what I want to be. And remember, Father did tell you that you had to let me follow my dream. So if you don't let me, I'll tell Dragon, and he'll come in and fuck you up. Chuckled Luffy. Garp just shrugged his shoulders. He won't be able to land a hit on me, boy, said Garp. But I always knew you wanted to be a pirate, so go do it, you dumbass, said Garp. So Luffy ran back to Garp. Hannah and Diana walked up to Garp. Since Luffy and Lion aren't going to become Marines, and Sabo and Ace probably won't, and Diana here wanted to be a Marine, and I don't want to be left here by myself, being a bounty hunter, I've decided, can you take me when you train Kobe to be a Marine? Asked Hannah. Garp just shrugged. Only if Diana comes now, said Garp. Garp, grandfather, I will become the greatest Marine ever. I will become the fleet admiral with my Gummy no, my rubber powers that I gained, said Diana. You got a devil fruit? How? Asked Garp. Shanks nodded. She took it from my chest. I left it unlocked. Sorry, Garp. Whatever, redhead brat. I'm leaving now. Garp waved goodbye to Luffy and gave him a hug. Him, Diana, Hannah, Kobe got on to the battleship and headed to Marineford where the three kids would be trained. Okay, so Ace came down the mountain after seeing Garp left. And he noticed that Hannah and Diana had left. So I'm going to be the only one here. Take me with you, please, said Ace. What is your name? Asked Shanks, asking him like he always did. Your full name. I want your proper birth name, not Porcus D. Ace. I want to hear your real name, asked Shanks. My name is Gold D. Ace, said Ace. Okay. So, your mother is Porcus D. Rouge? Asked, Shanks. Yes, she is, said Ace. Well then, I guess I'll be training you for a little bit, nephew. And yeah, Shanks is Ace's uncle in this. Why? Because my pirate captain, the king of the pirates, your father. He was like a father to me, or brother, whatever you want to call it. And your mother, May, is my sister, said Shanks. Shanks and Luffy and Ace got on to the Redhead Force. Usopp and Yasopp and Lucky Roo were shooting cannons. Well, not really cannons, but shooting for target practice on the boat, on the ship. Ben Beckman was at the helm, and yeah, that's it. I'm trying to think. No, that's it. Yeah. So where do you want to go? Am I sending you off to anyone? Asked Shanks. Yeah, I want to go to Whitebeard, said Ace. I guess that's where we're taking you, said Shanks. So, yes, like I said, Whitebeard and Zoro and Marco are training Zoro's Devil Fruit. From what I know, it's just space fruit, so he can cause, like, rifts, portals, he can bend stuff with his hands. So, he basically, yeah, he can, I'm gonna say, maybe, like, a little black hole type thing he can do with it. So, basically, it has been a year since Luffy joined Shanks along with Ace, and Ace, because the Red Force had just came into contact with Whitebeard, so yeah, but basically, now they're all here, so all of the Whitebeard crew is here, because it's time to go to the New World to train, but yeah. But that's when they all met up with Redhead Shanks. So, like I said, Ace has a little bit of hockey, and also Shanks had tried to get him a weapon at Logtown, but Ace did not want one. He said he wants to use his fists and hopefully get a devil fruit just as strong as, what's his name? Luffy. So yeah, Shanks, like I said, had just arrived at the Moby Dick. It was him, Yasopp, who else? Yasopp, Lucky Roo, Ben Beckman, Ace, Shanks, and Luffy, along with Usopp, climbed up onto the Moby Dick and were surrounded by all the commanders. Zoro was on the ship. He was just cleaning his blades, making sure they were polished and cleaned. And Zoro has been training with Haki as well, just like Luffy. He has unlocked ornament. Also, Zoro does have Conqueror's Haki in this, even though I'm pretty sure he does have Conqueror's Haki in the manga now. And one of the recent episodes showed him using Conqueror's Haki. So yeah, he isn't advanced at any, not even ornament. Luffy isn't advanced at all, but he's got all of them, just like he's unlocked all of them. Zoro has been having a hard time trying to unlock Observation Haki. Usopp doesn't have Conqueror's Haki, sadly, but he's got Observation and every now and again slightly got Ornament Haki. So, what do you want, Shanks? You want to fight? Asked Whitebeard. No, he just pointed to Ace. I have someone here I picked up in the East Blue that wants you to train them. He wants to join your pirate crew. Anyways, I wanted you to meet my two apprentices, Luffy and Usopp, he said, pointing to Luffy and Usopp. So you took on an apprentice, said Marco. You got a problem with that? Said Shanks as he went to grab the hilt of his blade. No, meet our apprentice. He is a master of the three sword style, trained by Mihawk. He's Mihawk's nephew. So, I reckon he could beat any of your apprentices straight on. Now, this is what got Zoro chuckling. He could hear this all going on. Him, Luffy, and Usopp were sitting in a corner. No one had noticed them sitting together. Everyone turned to see Zoro chuckle. Come on, Luffy. That's stupid, said Zoro. Looks like they're already acquaintances. They did come from the East Blue, but I didn't know they met each other, said Shanks. No, we just met. This guy's a funny dude, said Luffy. Zoro went to reach for his katanas, and Luffy kicked him in the face with ornament haki, so he wouldn't shape into like his space portal type thing. He's got ornament haki. I will beat you, but just because you got a sword, I'll make sure I find myself a nice blade, then I can whoop your ass, said Luffy. I'd like to see that try. Luffy just looked at Zoro, and he pointed to Usopp. See, Zoro, when I beat you, you'll become the vice captain of my pirate crew, and this will be our sniper, said Luffy. Zoro just chuckled. If I win, I become the captain. The sniper there becomes the vice captain, and you become the sniper, said Zoro. Usopp just chuckled. And when I win, by cheap shouting news, I mean actually taking you out fairly, you both get to clean the deck while I get many, many jewels, said Usopp. Luffy, Zoro, and Usopp just chuckled. Whoever wins will become the captain then, said Luffy. Luffy made a handshake and bet with Zoro. And then he turned to Shanks. Shanks, you're going to have to take me to train somewhere else. I can't be trained alongside Usopp. So you're going to have to take me somewhere else to train, said Luffy. So now we're going to have the time skip. So during those 10 years-ish... during those 9 years, Usopp had trained and perfected Observation Haki and... not perfected, like with the 10 seconds seeing the future, but, perfected it without having the advanced. He's also almost perfected ornament haki. Zoro, not the best with observation, but he's close to perfecting it. He has perfected Conqueror's Haki and Ornament Haki, but not advanced. Luffy got advanced Haki for Conquerors. He's perfected Observation and Ornament Haki, but he hasn't gone into the advancement stage yet. He hasn't tried to, except for Conqueror's Haki, because he wants to be able to at least still train a little bit. which he will, but that was happened. Luffy trained with Rayleigh for 2 years by himself. Not 2 years, so he went around with Shanks for a whole another year, so he was 9. And then when he was 9 to 15, that was 6 years, he trained with Rayleigh. And then Zoro met Luffy down in Sambodi, and they went off to Wano. So, they could train using their blades. Well, Zoro wanted to go there to get Enma, while Luffy wanted to go there to train. So they went there and trained. While they were there, Luffy got a katana. He doesn't know what its name is, but it's a blade. That has its hilt. It has black ribbons around it and red diamonds. The blade is like any normal katana, but then when it gets to the point of the blade, it has like 3 type lines that are like waves on it. And he got that while he was there. Zoro got Enma. While they're there as well, Zoro reconnected with Hyorai, and Luffy connected with Yamato. They both promised to come back once they've got a strong enough crew to take out Kaido by themselves to free the land of Wano. And just on the last day that made them leave earlier, they didn't want to leave Wano until when they were about to go back onto their journey, but Kaido came. And Luffy had got this blade that he would only use against people that are taller than him. He proved to almost scar Kaido, but he didn't. Luffy has a sword that weighs like another. It's like what Whitebeard uses basically, and it's called the Armor Garden. It is 6 feet and weighs about 500 IB, and Luffy used that to block Kaido's cub, and he almost scarred Kaido. But Zoro got out of there and made sure that Kaido didn't know about Luffy, Yamato, Zoro, and Hyorai. So Luffy and Zoro just got out of there, and then they went back to train with Rayleigh and also the women on Amazon Lily. They trained for the last year, which is when Luffy kind of in a way didn't really connect with Boa Hancock. He just spoke to her a little bit and she fell for him again. But even though he wanted to be there for it, him and Zoro made a pact that they wouldn't reconnect with their past wives until they both reconnected with them at the same time. So in the past time, Zoro and Luffy got with Nami and Robin at the same time, Yamato and Hyorai, and Boa Hancock and Tashigi. So that's what they want to do again. They reconnected with Yamato and Hyorai, but now they were ready to head back to Dawn Island. Well, head back to the East Blue to head to Dawn Island. So I'm thinking about going through all of Dawn Island, right? Well, the East Blue saga, but I don't know yet. I'll see where I go with this part. So then we get to Usopp. He had been training the people of Syrup Village since he went there when he was 14. He got there the same day that Kuro of the Thousand Plans was killed. And when he tried to blend in and become part of Kai's family, Usopp killed him with the flintlock. Oh yeah, Luffy and Zoro both carry a flintlock as well. And they all have... Usopp took up archery as well with he has 2 dual-wield flintlocks and a bow. His bow is called the Titan Strike, which produces electricity. He had found it when he had killed a devil fruit user, but the devil fruit was like a paramecia type of the rumble fruit, which Usopp didn't want. He wants the rumble fruit so that they all 3 of them have Logica, him, Zoro, and Luffy, and also because it would work a lot better if he had the rumble fruit from what he saw Electricity was held back, but see, Usopp has created some pellet type ammo to go with it, so that until he gets the Rumble fruit, he could go up there, kill Nell, and save people of Skypiea, but he wants to do that. He wants to go on some adventures with his crew again. So him and Kaya had fallen in love, but Usopp had told her a time will come when he has to return and become a pirate, which he accepted. See, since all three of them haven't been on a pirate crew in so long, no one remembers the names of the pirate apprentices. Usopp was named I'm not going to say God Usopp. He was called One Shot Usopp. He had a 100 million berry bounty on him. Luffy, because he was on 9 when he left, he had a 10,000. No, let's say he had 150, because he also, fought a bit more than Usopp did when Usopp was apart, and Zoro had a 200 million berry bounty, but mainly because he had to beat Luffy. But since they had stopped being pirates, the bounties were frozen, but destroyed, because they hadn't been active. They had dropped from the pirate life. The Marines tried to get them, and they said they just wanted to live simple lives. But see, they don't want to re-establish their bounties to make them look that strong. So Luffy had convinced Scar so that Usopp, him, and that would start off with a new fresh start. So they're all going to wear new clothes. So yeah, so we arrived to see. Now, Zoro told Luffy once they reached through the Grand Line that he'll go back to his village and meet Luffy at Dawn Island. Not Dawn Island, at Shellstown. So we go to it's been a week since they parted from each other. Zoro does have a better sense of direction. Sorry. So yeah, Zoro was in his village saying hello to the dojo master. He found out that Kiona had died. She had tried to attack not some pirates, but someone had tried to come and rape her, and she had attacked them, killed them, but had left. She had drowned because she had been sexually harassed. She drowned herself. Zoro was heartbroken, but, well, she didn't die a stupid way like down the stairs. She died for her own honor and dignity. So Zoro could understand that. Then Luffy was partying with Daedon, the mountain barrets, and all of that. And he had been given a little bit of food. He's not as big as a meat eater anymore. He doesn't eat a shit ton of food like he did in canon, because he had asked Ben Beckman why he smokes and why people smoke. And Ben Beckman's, one of them was stress. He gave 4 answers. One was stress, one was to deal with hunger, one was to feel relaxation, and the other was to seem cool. So Luffy did it so he wouldn't send his pirate crew out of food 24/7. So we get, as Luffy had set sail in his little boat, he pulled up to a boat, which was Alvida's boat. 5 million bounty. He's going to love this. Little quick cash. Using his observation haki, he sensed out and felt Nami's presence. His heart skipped a beat. But then when he got onto Alvida's boat, he saw something that was different. She had ate the smooth fruit already. She was looking pretty hot. But Luffy just cut that out of his mind. She turned to him. Are Are you the pirate boy Johnny and you suck? Asked Alvida. No. Huh, so they're pretty known around here. Must be big time bounty hunters around here, said no, Luffy. Well, if you're not here for my head, I'm going to kill you, said Alvida. But before she could, Naruto unsheathed his katana slightly. You know how when they sheath it and then it goes back in because they were behind him and stuff? He had sent out a sword slash and had knocked her out. He used armament haki involved with the slash because he had done that. And Alvida had fallen unconscious. Luffy didn't need the berries, so he just got back on his boat and went to Shellstown. When he had a resort, he had arrived a day earlier than he knew Luffy would because Luffy said he's going to go take out and make sure some people were put on the right path. He was attacked by Helmeppo's dog and didn't even cut it. He just stared at it and it died. Not died, but passed out. Zoro looked at Helmeppo, smacked him across the face, and said that is no way to treat the people from around here. He pulled out the Wado Ichimonji and put it in his right hand, and had a slash go across Helmeppo's chest, making it blister up and cut. And Luffy, said Zoro. Luffy sneezed a little bit. Zoro's talking about me, just great. Back with Zoro. He held Captain X and Morgan, down. He had a blade at Morgan's throat and slit it. Luffy said that this timeline will change. It will be darker. The Straw Hats, me, Usopp, and Luffy will do most of the killing. He needs to make sure his precious people are alive. If he has to kill, he will. Now we're going to get on to Luffy had pulled up to see that Morgan had been dealt with. Just great. Zoro got to deal with all the fun while he just did a simple sword slash. Zoro walked out of Rika's mother's bar with a bottle of sake in his hand. Luffy, just about to tell you, but we gotta go because we're not welcome here, said Zoro. Because we're pirates, aren't we? Said Luffy. Yes, said Zoro. Luffy just chuckled. And now let's get into the description of what Luffy's wearing. Luffy is wearing his straw hat. On his neck is an emblem. On his neck is like a D for the D clan. And then he has never mind. On his body, he has tattoos of Roger's Jolly Roger, Shanks's Jolly Roger. He's Jolly Roger, the skull pirate flag. He had a tattoo of his two blades on him, and he has the words of Yamato, Boa, and Nami, along with the Straw Hats, and also his family's name. So Monkey D. Dragon, Monkey D. Garp, Monkey D. Hannah, Monkey D. Diana, Monkey D. Lion, Ace, Sabo, Shanks, Yasop. He has them as well, same as Rayleigh. And also on his heart is a name I won't tell you, but it is Luffy's mother's name, which she will pop up eventually. But apart from that, he is wearing a black captain's coat. He is wearing a black vest with black pants, black sandals, and on the vest is black shirt with a silver type vest of the one he wears. Zoro is wearing the same as in canon with his purple bandana on he has a black bandana on his arm. He's wearing not really a straw hat, but a hood. He has his 3 katanas strapped to his side. He is wearing a vest like what Luffy's wearing, but green and black. So now the three travelled through Shellstown onto their dinghy. Luffy just looked to Zoro. So we're gonna do this simply because no one here is strong enough to face us. I don't even think until we get to the New World and we fight, like Grandpa and the admirals, that would have high competition. Like, I don't even think second commanders could beat us in a fight, said Luffy. Zoro just chuckled. I already knew that one was coming. So yeah. So, like I said, we're going to put restraints on ourselves. Only our blades, no devil fruits. Unless we need to. Only observation of Hakion. And, just our blades. Said Luffy. Zoro just nodded his head. I knew that was coming, said Zoro. So the two played rock, paper, scissors for the next 2 days trying to get a winner. Till they reached Orangetown docks. Zoro had won. You get to take out Buggy, he said Luffy. So that's what Zoro. As they walked through the town, Zoro had cut up multiple Buggy pirates, and then he stepped up to where Buggy, Moji, and Kabaji were having their party. Buggy, the red, annoying nosed pirate, said Zoro. Buggy, Kabaji, and Moji walked out, and Buggy was enraged. Who the hell? And he then looked to see that Luffy is not wearing any shirt. When he's sailing, he wears shirts. When he's fighting, he doesn't. He looked over and saw that Luffy had Shanks's Jolly Roger, Roger's Jolly Roger, Rayleigh, and Shanks's names tattooed. How do you know them? Asked Buggy. Luffy just shrugged. I could tell you, but you gotta beat my first mate and vice captain here first, chuckled Luffy. In an instance, Zoro had defeated him using onigiri, but he didn't use any sword slashes at all. Ha! Well, that's what happened. Zoro just walked up to Luffy, Luffy and Zoro carried all of the Buggy pirates that were alive down to their ship and kicked it off. Become stronger, Buggy. Be a rival that Shanks could have, that I could have, and also stop being a stupid clown, said Luffy. Buggy was still asleep, but Kabuji heard that. He knew he'd have to tell his captain that when he woke up. So now, Nami bumps into Zoro and Luffy. She know what one of them did to Buggy's crew. They might be able to take out Arlong, but he's a fisherman. They can't. Nami had alerted the villagers after she saw them get destroyed. She had taken out everything she possibly could from the village before she got them. She tried to rob all the stuff from the Buggy pirates, but they had all came and saw her try to take it, so they tried to fight her, so she ran off. Luffy looked at Zoro, who chopped Nami in the back of the head. They made their way to Usopp village. No, not Usopp village, but it basically kind of is now, because he's trained everyone there to protect the village and, maybe join the Navy or something. But, okay, it was about a week after they had left. It was about 2-3 days after they left Orangetown. Syrup Village had came into view with Usopp. He was sitting down next to Kaya. She was asleep on his chest. He whispered into her ear, "Kaya, wake up. Look," said Usopp. When Kaya looked out, she saw a pirate ship. Not really a pirate ship, but more like two dinghies, two dinghy boats, pulling up to Syrup Village. Is that your crew? The crew you're gonna join? Or the crew that's gonna be you're gonna be captain of? Asked Kaya. Usopp just chuckled to himself. I'm not gonna be the captain, I'm gonna be the left hand man?
like the third in command or something, and I'm going to be the sniper, inventor, and all that. That's why the inventor's area is set up, like how my room is basically. Said Usopp. Luffy, Zoro, Nami dropped down onto the island, and Zoro and Luffy ran up and hugged Usopp. It's been a while. Show us the new boat that the boat that you said you'd get us. Said not Luffy. Usopp held Kaya's hand that did not go unnoticed by Luffy, Zoro, and Nami. Usopp took him to the boat. Boys, this is the Going Merry. They went through the boat. First they were in the bottom part of the boat. The under deck. Below the deck? Yeah. There. And there was two prison cells, enough to hold 15 people each, one sea stone and one not. So they can hold 30 people on the boat. The in a couple of shelves there's sea stone cuffs and some stuff to, create weapons that use sea stone to hold back devil fruits. Then along there they saw all the cannons rolled underneath, stacked. There was 20 neatly set up. Once we set out, I'll have these set up. There's 20 normal cannons and 2 cannons that are twice as big. There's a bunch of gunpowder and cannonballs as well in barrels and containers. And then he showed them the deck with the straw hat, their new straw hat flag, which has a flintlock pistol in one side, and on the right side going down with the katana going on the left side. There's the straw hat that is covered in type darkness, and then a normal skull that the bottom half is covered in darkness. So it's like darkness coming in, coming out type of thing on their flag shit, on their pirate flag on the skull. Now Usopp took them through. There was a captain's quarter, 10 normal quarters. There was a training room. Training room, which is 2 rooms combined, but 2 quarters combined. That's why. And there's also a doctor's quarter, and there's the kitchen and dining hall, which is twice as big as the normal Going Merry. So yeah, that's that. So there, in total, in the end, there's a shit ton of storage space. There's a massive kitchen and dining room. There's a captain's quarter for Luffy. A study. There's also a navigation room type place. So there's so if there wasn't the captain's quarter, the room for Chopper, Usopp also has an inventor's room. So I'll sum it down for you. It's about 3 times the size of Going Merry. The figurehead is the normal Going Merry. It has a captain's quarter, 10 quarters, living spaces for others, inventing room, a training room which is 2 quarters, and the doctor's room and study. So there's about 15 quarters in total there. And yeah, Usopp said goodbye to the village while Zoro, Nami, and Luffy set up the ship. Made sure everything was in place with 2 cannons on the deck, and also Luffy pulled out a log post and put it on the railing and said, he pointed to Nami. So, why do you hate pirates? Asked Luffy. Usopp had joined at that right time as they started the sail. Because, tell me the truth, or I won't be able to help you. And you know I'm strong, said Luffy. Nami just nodded. The island pirates, they came in and took out my village. Took over, killed my mother, and that's why I hate pirates, said Nami. Luffy just chuckled to himself. What's funny about that? Asked Nami. Luffy just looked at her. Once we get a cook, then we'll help you deal with Arlong. And one of us. He looked at Zoro and Usopp. One of us could take out all of those fishermen pirates without using anything, chuckled Luffy. So, yeah, that is where they are. They were sailing over to the Brautier. Johnny and Usopp were on the rocks, but somewhere in the Grand Line, Garp, Diana, and Hannah were sailing. Diana is not vice admiral, but she's captain. She's a captain. While Kobe and they're all captains, and they sail under what's his name? Under Garp. They got off at Shellstown. Kobe saw Helmeppo and ran over to him to say, "What happened, man?" Helmeppo just looked at him. These stinking pirates came. Kobe just looked. He doesn't need Helmeppo to be a rival. He turned over to one of the doctors on the ship. "Get him fixed up," said Kobe. Helmeppo just looked at him. He didn't even help me himself, these stupid Marines. So after they had left and set up a new captain, Hannah had taken up the captain position on that island over Shellstown. She was sitting back relaxing one day when a man with a black beard walked in. "What's your name? What do you want?" asked Hannah. "I want you to join my pirate crew. I want to beat your brother," is all that she said. Hannah just turned to him. "Teach, I take it?" asked Hannah. "Yes, you got my email?" "Yes, I did. But if you wanted someone who has the heart and desire to beat him, why didn't you ask Deanna? She and him used to compete a lot as children." Teach just smirked. "Because I got something more powerful than her." He pulled out a box and he handed her a list. "I need you to be able to get me this list of people." She looked at the list. "Oh, and impel down." "Okay." "When do I join your crew?" asked Hannah. Teach just chuckled. "Now, take me to impel down, and we will get them. Soon. But first you need to become one of the 7 warlords, so you're going to have to make sure someone gets defeated." "And is there devil fruit for me in there?" asked Hannah. "Yeah, there's some paramecia, some zonin, and a couple of logia," said Teach. So that is where we end this part off. So you can see that Marineford is going to happen, but Ace won't get captured because, Teach is supposedly dead. Well, not really, but... And also, so Teach is alive. What devil fruit should Hannah and Teach both get? And do you like how I've got what I'm doing? So also there'll be 2 members from the East Blue joining, 2 extra crew, and 2 extra from Paradise. Because there'll be 4... Oh, tell me who else you want me to join the crew and I'll see if I can do that. But peace out for now.